Okay, here's the battle from another angle. This is the end of the Empire turn. Sherryl was caught like a deer in headlights. So, the Hurricaneum charged the flank of the Fiends here, finished them off, couldn't do any more damage. The Knights lost 5 models, they still did 6 wounds and damage, including the impact hits. Still lost combat by 3, but the Hurricaneum passed and they're still stubborn, so that's okay. The caught by the Iron Claw rule did an extra wound on the steam tank, and then the normal attacks did another wound, so the steam tank only has 6 wounds left now. The Warrior Priest was actually what finished off the Giant Soul Grinder, which was kind of fitting. They reformed to face over here. It doesn't really matter. It looks like the Empire might actually win because of the Hurricaneum is going to be unchallenged. But their battle line is going to be destroyed by the flanking force over there. The artillery didn't manage to do much damage. Killed 1 or 2 of the mounted demonettes, and that's it. So someone's pretty happy. I don't know if she deserves to be, but we'll find out in her turn. Okay, bottom of turn 3. Wait. Yes. I know what I'm doing. Alright, big news. Slaanesh actually killed a lot of the knightly orders to the point that only the Grand Master was left. He killed 3 guys back. It was kind of sad. So he fled like a pussy. The Fiends Slaanesh overran.
My mom's gonna be watching.
I'm sorry. Sorry, Cheryl's mother. The Demonettes overran, but they only ran 2 inches, but it was barely enough to reach the Hurricaneum. Counted as a flank charge based on where they were. That's pretty bad, except that it's the Empire's turn, so they can flank charge back. That'll be crazy. It means the Empire does have the objective right now. We'll see what happens. And the flanking Slaanesh are finally dishing out some pain. The pink mounted demonettes and the Fiends charged the handgunners, broke them, killed about half, and then overran through the rest of them. Not enough to overrun into the volley gun though, so that's kind of bad news. The smaller Fiend unit lost 1 model, took out the mortar, and is now against the hot pot. And that's where we're at. Hello. This is what happened. Good things and bad things. This unit got shot to death. They were in combat with the hot pot. They destroyed it. They couldn't really overrun because they'd run into the building. It's kind of hard to see, but that. Yeah, the grape shot and the volley gun only killed 4 or 5, so only 1 is left. This is the big deal, though. So the Demonettes managed to flank charge the Hurricaneum. The steam tank rushed in 4 steam points. Thankfully, did not have an engine malfunction. Destroyed. I think he got 15 wounds on them. However, they had a 4-up ward this turn because the demon wins a magic thing. So only 5 of them died, but still. And the halberdiers, the warrior priest tried to use 2 of his prayers. They were dispelled. Time warp then on 4 dice managed to be cast with irresistible force, which is great, except that it destroyed like 15 of the guys, which is what, more than a third of the unit. Thankfully, they could not panic because they were in combat with the Fiends. They destroyed the Fiends pretty quickly with time warp, so they all had an extra attack and always struck first. The Demonettes got it handed to them in combat. The Hurricaneum is down to 2 wounds. It still has the objective, but it looks like the Demonettes are going to lose combat at this point. So now it is the bottom of turn 4 for demons. See what happens. It looks like the demons are down and out. We'll see what happens at the end of this combat, and then we might call it at that point. What is your... someone's a little skeptical about this. Okay.
You're gonna die.
We'll see. I'm not dead yet. It's okay. My guy still has some wound left. I think I'll be fine, girl.
Alright, child.
Okay, bye. Okay, end of the Slaanesh turn. War machines are destroyed. Pretty easy. Big combat here. The Hurricanum was destroyed in combat. The flagellant objective dude, according to the card, gets placed 1 inch away from the dead model. But according to Warhammer 8th edition rules, now this is the weird part because we're using an Age of Sigmar card in 8th edition, you can't place anything within 1 inch of a unit that like or terrain. It has to be 1 inch away, so it would have to be away from anything. It could not be immediately picked up by the unit that killed it in combat, so it's just out there. Slaanesh lost the combat, took some more casualties. The instability test was actually passed, so they reformed and faced the Halbergers head on. Time warp is done, so depending on the magic phase of the Empire turn, they've got a good chance. The Empire probably should have reformed to get more ranks. I wasn't thinking at the time, but whatever. The steam tank will probably plow through them anyways. We'll find out soon. But it's anyone's game. Slaanesh could still just run their really quick units and hopefully grab the objective because there are no more artillery or missiles to take them down. We'll see about the steam tank. Empire turn 5. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, dear.
I'm winning.
Is she? Not technically. My turn wiped out the unit. And again, I managed to cast Time Warp, and again, I miscast. This time it was the other edge of the spectrum, and the wizard lost that spell and another spell, which was Banishment, which is actually possibly the one that could have come in handy next turn. If there is a next turn. We never really said, so this is like the bottom of turn 5, and Age of Sigmar only goes to 5 turns, and these cards say the game ends at the end of turn 5, but normal Warhammer Fantasy ends at 6 turns, so I don't know, maybe we should roll the dice after this happens. But anyway, it's Sheryl's turn. Now, the guy's here, and what Sherryl can do with these guys, well, first you have to pass a marching test. So take a leadership test, Sherryl.
But she will. She will definitely pass.
Okay, take that leadership test. 2 dice. Pressure's on. You're on camera.
Yeah! Woohoo!
What did you roll?
5.
4 plus. Oh, yeah, 5 is definitely passed. So that means these guys can go 20 inches.
Yes.
And basically, ooh, I have to get out my good measuring tape for that, which is hard when I have this year. Okay. 20 inches is,
Yes.
so it has to go like to there.
Yeah, no cheating.
That's
No
so close.
no cheating.
I'm gonna, just 1 second. That was their move. They could barely not make it, so I guess the game kind of goes on. I mean, Cheryl can move these guys, but basically it doesn't really matter. They're kind of out of the game.
Oh,
Let's
hell
just
no.
say they go like that. So I might as well finish this. So it depends on what we're defining. So should we do another turn, or does it just end up in a draw?
You're the one racing to go to bed, honey.
Hey, so
I still have a sip of scotch left.
hey, I got like a really small sip, but I've only had a sip the entire night. So, yes, do you want to play one more turn quickly?
We're
Or no?
playing one more turn quickly.
All right, so
What is
that means
quickly?
steam points. I'm just going to say 5 steam points. Let's go for broke.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no. Yeah, 5 steam points. 4, I'm fine. All right, so I'm doing 5d6 inches moving right in, yeah, so I basically won. Actually, I don't even need to do that. I could just move the steam tank right through. Yeah, let's do that. So the steam tank moves 5d6 inches right at the objective.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fixed.
15 inches. Basically, he's running away with the objective, and I don't think Cheryl's going to be able to catch him. Yeah, so we'll get to like there. That's hard to move. We'll do one video after this, but I'm pretty sure I've won. What happened, folks? Yeah, Cheryl can't believe it. So, to recap, those fiends tried to rush it, then they got flank charged by these duders. They had the Rural to Wound prayer from the warrior priest on. They caused 4 wounds, and then the rest of them popped. But it didn't really matter because the steam tank rolled 5 steam points and then just rushed off with the objective. Ran into the rock there of the hill, so I think it might have it didn't fail its difficult terrain test. I didn't double check what the rules are, but either way, it's not going to lose 6 wounds to hitting an obstacle. Yeah, so the steam tank wins the objective, and with Slaanesh having 1 turn left and 4 models left on the table, there is no way they don't even have the option to charge the steam tank and have a chance of killing it. But they couldn't even pick up the objective anyway, so I'm sorry. I'm very sorry.
No, you're not sorry, bro. You're so not sorry. You're ruthless. You're a killer.
Hey, you told me to be ruthless. And you're evil demons. Like, I'm the good guys. I'm literally the good guy team. I'm supposed to kill you. So, yeah, good job, dear.
Yeah, but the demonettes are so sexy.
Yeah, oh, I love Slaanesh. They're very reliable, and they're ridiculously maneuverable, which makes for an incredible army, except that they're a glass cannon. So, yeah, I love using Slaanesh. There's... Yeah, as long as you can dish out the pain at the right moments. And your flanking force was able to, like, go through this side and take out everything.
Yes.
Which was pretty awesome. Like, points for points, they did it. However, your probable biggest weakness was the cannons taking out the Keeper of Secrets. Well, and the steam tank just went on a rampage. That tank killed, like, even if your character hadn't been wounded, that tank charging into your character would have destroyed it just from impact hits. And then it, like, turned the tables and, like, took out another... Well, had a huge part to play in taking out the giant Death Star of the demonettes. So I would definitely say the tank is the MVP.
Yeah.
I kind of gambled with the steam points, and guess what? It was fine. However, the mage miscast 2 times in a row, and the worst possible miscast. So I guess karma kind of got me back anyways. However, the halberdiers just, like, took a bunch of casualties, and they're still fine.
Halberdiers.
Oh, they look so brave and courageous. Facing off against what is left of the Slaanesh army.
Oh,
so,
brutal.
What a fun game.
So sad.
A little sad it's on the floor, but, you know, it's a different way of playing when the table that we were otherwise using is packed with half-painted models that I still haven't actually worked on yet. And the casualties just keep piling up. That box of coin blood letters was used for some other extra models.
And I moved some to the other room.
Yeah.
Too.
You're a very good helper when I can't move anything because of my leg.
Thank you.
What did we learn today, Cheryl?
We've learned that you're getting good at this. You're learning.
Yeah? You think I'm improving?
I will continue to teach you how to play this game.
Oh, thank you.
And I had to give you the win, even though the game's not over, so I had to
Well, it was technically a matter of inches. I mean, you almost got the objective. And then I just, like, pulverized you anyways, so it kind of wouldn't have mattered. But that's beside the point. You know?
It was fun to play, though.
It's always fun to play.
It's kind of fun.
Yeah. Well, thanks for listening, folks. It's been great. Great having you here.
It's been great.
This has been a battle with mostly painted models. Enjoy. Happy wargaming.